Behind the scenes, trouble was brewing. Rumors swirled quietly for years about growing tension between the power couple, but Clooney remained notoriously private. Neither George nor Amal ever confirmed the whispers of strain. That is, until now. In a stunning development, following the confirmation of their divorce, George Clooney has finally broken his silence, and what he has to say has shocked fans, critics, and even those closest to the actor. Hollywood was rattled when the announcement came. George Clooney and Amal had called it quits. The couple, who were once inseparable on red carpets and known for their philanthropic work together, had apparently reached a breaking point that even their love couldn't overcome. Initial reports pointed to the familiar culprits: busy schedules, long periods apart, the pressures of raising children in the public eye. But the truth, as Clooney reveals, goes much deeper. In a rare sit-down interview with a close friend and former co-star, George opened up about the inner turmoil that had haunted him for years and the very personal reasons behind the divorce. "We were both fighting for things we believed in," he shared. "But somewhere along the way, we stopped fighting together and started fighting alone." One of the major factors Clooney highlights is the tension between personal life and public life. Being in the spotlight 24/7 sounds glamorous, Clooney says, but it comes with a price. You can't walk down the street with your kids without someone snapping a photo. You can't go out to dinner without people judging your mood. Eventually, it eats away at your sense of normal. The couple tried to shield their children from the constant attention. They split their time between Los Angeles, London, and Lake Como, but even the Mediterranean couldn't offer enough peace to fix what had been quietly eroding between them. According to Clooney, both he and Amal wanted to prioritize their kids, but they couldn't agree on what that really looked like. Clooney confessed that the emotional toll of living two separate lives under one roof became unbearable. "I never wanted a public divorce. I never wanted a divorce, period," he admitted. "But I also couldn't keep pretending we were okay when we weren't." What struck fans the most about Clooney's statements wasn't just the heartbreak, it was the vulnerability. George Clooney has long been known as the cool, collected, suave figure from the silver screen. But in this rare and raw interview, he revealed a man torn between his love for family and the realization that staying together might be doing more harm than good. "Letting go of someone you love isn't the hardest part," he said quietly. "Accepting that love isn't enough anymore, that's what breaks you." He also spoke of the guilt he felt as a father. "I didn't want my kids to grow up in a house full of tension. I wanted them to see what healthy love looks like, even if that meant living in two different homes." Since the split, Clooney has been focused on healing, not just for himself but for his children. He's taken a step back from high-profile projects and immersed himself in more private creative work. He's been spotted spending more time with his close circle of friends and even rekindling his love for directing and producing smaller, passion-filled projects. But what's truly inspiring is his approach to co-parenting. "Amal is an incredible mother," he said firmly. "We might not be married anymore, but we will always be partners in raising our children. That hasn't changed and it never will." Clooney even joked that his kids keep him grounded. "They don't care about my movies or awards. They just want pancakes in the morning and bedtime stories at night. That's my new reality, and honestly, it's the one thing keeping me sane." As for the future, Clooney remains uncertain but hopeful. "This chapter is over, but it doesn't mean the story's done," he smiled. "I'm not looking for love right now. I'm looking for peace. And maybe, just maybe, if peace finds me first, love will follow." Fans have taken to social media in waves of support. Thousands have expressed their admiration for his honesty and the grace with which he handled the situation. Many say Clooney's candidness is a reminder that even the most picture-perfect relationships have their share of struggles, and that healing isn't linear. Some insiders even speculate that Clooney may channel his emotional journey into a future film or memoir. While he hasn't confirmed those rumors, one thing's for sure, the world is listening. George Clooney's decision to remain silent through the early days of the divorce shocked many. But now, it's clear that his silence wasn't a strategy, it was survival. By taking the time to process, reflect, and only speak when ready, Clooney has reminded us all of the power of thoughtful vulnerability. George Clooney's story isn't over, and neither is ours. If you found this deep dive into his emotional confession moving, Make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications, because we'll be following up on Clooney's next moves, any updates from Amal, and what this means for Hollywood's elite circle. Do you think Clooney made the right choice by finally speaking out? What do you think lies ahead for him? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we read every single one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.